think resistance wise, I've faced almost the entire gamut. I mean, the institution I work for is an amazing one, but it's also a conservative one. It's a conservative banking environment. So there's also whatever nuances being an African institution evokes in anyone's mind. But there are definitely issues of ageism. For example, I entered the institution at 28 years old and probably was, 200% more vocal and aggressive with my ideas back then than I am now. And so ageism was definitely something that was difficult. Obviously, gender as well. Then there were, there were also the bureaucracy of it, right? So how do we fast track things? Like, does it have to go through all these committees? What's the value addition of each committee that it goes through? And, this perception that, everybody has to feel important. So you have to send a document to, 5 different managers for clearance. So just the bureaucracy was also challenging. So there were all kinds of challenges. You have to be, I think for me, what I realized is an institution is really just human beings. Like,
exactly.
Once you master understanding psychology and sociology and behaviors and really study the person, rather than, okay, there's this process, I think it becomes much easier because every institution is just an amalgamation of human beings. And the better you understand, the people you're dealing with, the easier it is. So, like I said, having that buy-in was very important early on. Making it, any project that I wanted to embark on, I tried to make sure that it didn't, like, you have to let go of the ego as well, right? So this, like, plant the flag attitude, like, this is my idea, da 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 da. I don't know that it serves well if you actually want the idea to go through, right? You wanted to see, you wanted to see the light of day. So for me, a lot of times I had to put the ego in the back pocket. Somebody else would be like, oh yeah, somebody else would take the idea and kind of, lead it. Whereas I was the one doing the work, and you have to be okay with that. It's important to still stand your ground and to, make your voice heard, but you have to kind of tread that line of, how much do I want this thing to be approved versus how much do I want it to be approved with my name on it as the, person who birthed it, cooked it, and, packaged it or whatever. So there was a lot of that, what should I say? Yeah, you just have to consider those kinds of things. In the African context, it's called being humble, which I don't like, but
exercise patience.
Yes.
Patience.